Hello everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful spoilers say Dr. John Finnegan, Tanner Novlin might do something insane to keep Liam Spencer Scott Clifton alive. Finn and Liam have put their rivalry to the side. After all, Liam is dying and it's not like he's going to be around Steffy or anyone else much longer. But Dr. Finn is growing frustrated because he knows Liam doesn't have to die and time is of the essence. How far will Finn go to save his wife's ex-husband? When it comes to Liam Spencer's imminent death, it could be prolonged. Sadly, Liam won't agree to chemo treatments because he saw how sick they made his own mother. Liam has put a lot of emphasis on family and wants to spend the last of his days with his daughters and baby mamas. With Steffy and Finn playing nurse for Liam, it's only a matter of time before Finn puts two and two together and realizes that Liam is still very much in love with his wife. Finn is a stand-up guy, though, and the last thing he wants to see is Hope and Steffy's daughters lose their dad. Instead of being jealous of Liam and Steffy's chemistry, could Finn convince Steffy to use it to her advantage and get Liam into treatment? B&B spoilers hint Steffy and Liam's romance could be rekindled soon, and steam has been growing closer, despite the fact that Steffy is a married woman. Is it possible that all of the deathbed flirting Steffy does is actually her husband's idea? Liam has given up and is ready to check out of life. If Liam thinks he and Steffy still have a chance at romance, he might change his mind and go to chemo and try to find the cancer. How far will Steffy go to save Liam? Will Finn give her a cheat pass? At the Cliff House, the air was heavy with tension, the kind that only true heartbreak and impossible choices could bring. Dr. John Finnegan stood motionless, staring out at the Pacific Ocean, waves crashing below him as if echoing the internal storm waging in his chest. Behind him, Steffy Forrester sat curled up on the couch, her arms tightly around herself, watching the man she loved, but whose eyes now held a devastating resolve. Everything had changed since that fateful night when Liam Spencer was rushed to the hospital after being found unresponsive at his Malibu home. What began as a minor headache spiraled into a medical mystery that eventually unearthed a terrifying diagnosis, a rare neurological disorder that required constant support and potentially long-term cognitive therapy. Finn, as both a top physician and Liam's estranged friend, took it upon himself to spearhead Liam's treatment. But nothing prepared him for the weight of what that entailed, or the way it would change his relationship with Steffy forever. Choice. No husband should ever make. The medical professional in Finn told him to stay objective. But the husband, the father, the human being in him had slowly been unraveling ever since Steffy began spending more time by Liam's bedside. She told Finn it was for the kids, for Kelly, and to support a man she once loved who had no one else. But Finn had noticed the way her gaze lingered, how her tone softened, and how her defenses weakened around Liam. Despite all the hurt Liam had caused, Steffy was slipping. And Liam, despite his occasional confusion and memory lapses, clung to Steffy like a lifeline. Every time he opened his eyes, he asked for her. Every moment of clarity, he remembered her smile. And slowly, subtly, the emotional pull between them reignited, in ways that Finn couldn't ignore. At first, he believed their connection was born of gratitude and shared history. But the truth was becoming harder to swallow. Finn had always vowed to protect Steffy's happiness, even if it meant giving her up Hope's silent goodbye. At Forrester Creations, Hope Logan sat quietly in the design office, sketching with a vacant stare. Her heart had been broken so many times it was almost muscle memory now, but this time it felt different. This time, it was final. After months of trying to prove her independence, of severing ties with Liam and chasing a new chapter with Thomas, she'd come full circle. And yet, her story with Liam was ending in a whisper, not a scream. Hope had visited Liam earlier that week. He was warm, kind, even affectionate, but distant. His memory of their marriage, of Beth's birth, and even their most intimate moments seemed foggy. He spoke of Steffy in the present tense, of being a family again. And Hope saw in his eyes what Finn was seeing too. Liam was mentally living in a time before everything went wrong. And in that time, he was still married to Steffy. She left his hospital room in tears, not because he'd forgotten her, but because he hadn't. The conversation that changed. Everything back at the Cliff House, Finn turned toward Steffy, his expression unreadable. He crossed the room slowly and sat beside her. She reached for his hand, but he gently pulled away. "Steffy," he began, "I love you. You're the most important person in the world to me. But I can't ignore what's happening." Her brows furrowed. "What are you talking about?" "I see the way you look at him. I see the guilt, the confusion, the affection, and I know you're trying to be strong, to keep our family intact. But I also know you still love Liam." Steffy shook her head, tears welling up. "No, Finn. I love you. He's sick. He's the father of my child. I'm just trying to be there for him." "I believe you," Finn said gently. "But this isn't just about you being there. This is about Liam's reality. Right now, he believes he's still married to you, that you're his whole world, and every time you walk into that room, it reinforces it." She looked away, pain etched into every feature. "What do you want me to do? Abandon him?" "No," Finn said, his voice cracking. "I want you to be honest with yourself. With me. And if the only way for Liam to truly recover, to believe in something real again, is for you to be with him, then maybe that's the sacrifice we both need to make," Steffy gasped. "You can't mean that." "I do," he whispered. "I want you to marry Liam again." The fallout begins news of Finn's decision traveled faster than either of them anticipated. Ridge Forrester, Steffy's fiercely protective father, wasted no time confronting Finn at the hospital. "You're just giving her up?" Ridge barked. "To Liam? The man who's broken her heart a dozen times?" Finn remained composed. "I'm trying to save all of them, Ridge. This isn't about ego, it's about healing. Liam's condition isn't just physical, it's psychological, and Steffy is the anchor he's clinging to. If I pull her away, we could lose him for good." Ridge wasn't convinced, but even he couldn't argue with the logic. Brooke, meanwhile, had her own opinion, one laced with nostalgia and a longing to see the destiny of Liam and Hope restored. But Hope had already accepted the loss. She told Brooke quietly, "It's Steffy he needs, and maybe, deep down, it's Steffy he always wanted." Steffy's agonizing decision. That night, Steffy stood in Kelly's room, watching her daughter sleep. Her heart was being pulled in two directions, one by history and one by hope. Finn had given her an impossible gift, the freedom to choose. But what kind of love lets go so easily? What kind of man sacrifices everything for her happiness? When she returned to the living room, Finn was packing a small bag. Just essentials, no drama, no demands. "I'll stay at the hospital for a few nights," he said softly. "You should spend time with Liam. Get clarity." Steffy walked over and placed a hand on his chest. "This isn't fair." "I know," he said, pressing his forehead to hers. "But love rarely is." 2 days later, in a quiet hospital room filled with flowers and photo albums Steffy had brought from the house, Liam sat upright, smiling. "I remember this," he said, pointing at a wedding photo. "It was a perfect day." Steffy nodded slowly. "It was." "Do you ever think we could have that again?" he asked. "You and me, Kelly, Beth. I don't remember everything, but I feel it. I feel like we're supposed to be together." Steffy's eyes brimmed with tears. She reached into her purse and pulled out a velvet box. Not an engagement ring, but her wedding band. the one she'd taken off when she married Finn. "If we did this," she asked softly, "would you feel safe again?" Liam's hand trembled as he took the ring. "With you? Always." Hope's unexpected strength. When Hope heard the news, she didn't cry. Not anymore. She walked to the edge of the Forrester rooftop and took a long breath of the Los Angeles night. Maybe it was poetic. Maybe it was fate. But in Liam's goodbye, she finally found her own freedom. Thomas, ever observant, approached quietly. "You okay?" "I think I will be," Hope said, her voice calm. Maybe for the first time, Liam's finally made a choice. And so have Thomas smiled. "Then maybe it's our turn now." Finn's final goodbye. Or is it? As the weeks passed, Steffy slowly transitioned into Liam's life again. The children adjusted and Liam's health improved. He began to regain more stable memories, but Steffy kept their relationship consistent, never hinting at Finn's sacrifice. It was their unspoken secret, the burden of love unacknowledged. One afternoon, Finn visited the Cliff House to drop off some of Kelly's medical paperwork. He stood at the threshold, watching through the open door as Steffy and Liam played on the beach with the kids. She looked up and saw him, their eyes locking. She mouthed 2 words. "Thank you." He gave her a small nod, then turned and walked away. But something inside Steffy twisted painfully. Was this really the end of their story? Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.